because it's black, but it's still sweet.
Yeah. I don't know, sugary, I guess.
I
Yeah, I don't see milk in it, so.
Yeah, it's sugar. I can taste the granules in my teeth. I can feel it. I can feel it. And it's like crunching.
Yeah. Whew. It's got coconut flavor. Maybe they use like some sort of coconut milk sugar.
It definitely does have coconut. I check into a hostel and I'm just a normal thing. Here, I pull out my passport. I know I know what's gonna happen next, and they're gonna give me they're gonna give me a map. They're gonna tell me go here, and they're gonna walk me in my room. Now, if someone who's never stayed in a hostel walking in the hostel room, they would probably walk into it like they're walking into a hotel.
Yeah.
Where they tell them their name, and they give them their key, and they send them to the room. They don't realize you get a whole tour of the place.
Yeah.
Hostel is not just a place to lay your head. It's actually more so than a place to stay your head. You actually have.
It's like a community. It's a community, yeah.
Well, when you check in, they help you without even asking. It's kind of part of their script.
Yeah.
When they check in, give them the map, circle the place on the map where to go, walk them around, and answer all their questions about the city now. So you have like a little welcome to whatever country you're in tour guide.
Yeah.
Right when you walk.
So Matt, I asked him the question like, what is it? What was the question?
What's something that you would like to have people ask you that are I know
we led into this basically thinking like yesterday we actually were talking about the fact that when we go to a place like Matt's romance for travel has shifted. Like it used to be like just just looking around at Chinese language or a different language or buildings or architecture and
the way the locals live,
temples and the things that most tourists go and look at. They're sort of old hack. They're kind of like not.
It's not that I don't respect it or I don't appreciate it. It's just it's a part of my life. So I'm not in awe anymore.
So we try and look for deeper things, and there's people that come to like I told a story about a guy I met in Taipei. He had never been to Asia before. I mean, him walking down the street, Matt, we were talking like the look on the face of these people with these saucer eyes, just staring at every single thing. Like everything was new to them, and it's kind of sad because a lot of that stuff isn't new to us anymore. So we got to find something deeper. That's why Matt was saying that his traveling techniques have shifted, because it used to be, let's go and check out some of the touristy places and the temples and the stuff like that.
Let's just wander around and see what happens. And I still am like that. Don't get me wrong. I don't take that for granted as far as part of traveling. But I honestly like just lounging in my hostel or hotel almost just as much as I like wandering. Used to, the place I was staying was just where I either laid my head or where I went to meet people. Now I actually use the places I stay as where I actually am staying.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I have nothing to do, let me just go walk and wander. That wanderlust, so to speak, is kind of, it's desensitized.
Yeah. And so, to lead into what we were talking about now, he was talking about bringing, like, we all have some friends who haven't been as traveled as we are. I mean, to be honest, you and I are probably more traveled than 90% of the world, more than that, especially. And so he was talking about bringing his friend here, and so he was talking about how it would be interesting to see his reactions to things that we don't really have, that doesn't affect us like it might the fresh traveler. So now,
and one of the things is the overly aggressive salespeople because I remember my first time, who are overly friendly. They are just so friendly, and you start off thinking, oh, this is a friendly place.
Oh, these guys are so nice.
Until like, for instance, they take in your bags. The minute they take your bags and they're holding it and they're like chatting with you. Oh, cool, where you from? I always wanted to go to America. What's this like? You're thinking you're meeting someone that's cool and you're asking him questions. And the minute you get to your destination and then you put your bags down, or they say, oh yeah, it's right there, because maybe you want them, they'll say, hey, I'll take you, I know where this cool place is, and you just think you're following him.
Yeah.
And once he takes you there, his whole happy attitude, stop, smile, and you get this.
Yeah.
Or if they're really like desperate, like, oh, please, they'll do this a lot.
Yeah.
And that kind of hits like, oh, they weren't really being nice to be nice. That kind of sucks. So now I have a way. I see it coming from.
You can disarm it right away.
And the story I was about to go into was in Morocco, because like I said, Morocco is #1, and specifically in Morocco, I'm going to use the Marrakesh and Medina. That's the huge. I'm sure you see photos of it. Whenever you Google Marrakesh, it's probably one of the first things. The night market, the Medina area.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's constant sales. So at this point, I'm just on autopilot and this lady walks out to me, and like many of them have, and she was doing henna tattoos, and she was like, henna tattoo, and I was like, no. And I keep walking. She goes, oh, henna, and she I can see her up the corner of my eyes start to write on me, and I go, no, and I keep on walking. Then from behind me, I literally feel like a sensitivity, like on right here on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I think I was wearing like a tank top, and I didn't, out of pure reaction, I pulled away because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Probably 10 seconds after I shot her down, and she was already past me, and I just feel this tingling on my arm, and I go like this, and the next thing I see, this claw, and then this black mark going all the way around. And she goes, I'm not kidding. I had a friend with me, and if you're watching this, you can vouch for me. I'm not joking. What she said was, I draw a scorpion on you. Money. She was trying to draw a scorpion on me after I told her 3 times I don't want to hit a tattoo. And then I jerked it away, and so there's a claw. She started to draw the claw of the scorpion, and then there was a long black mark. And she wanted me to pay her.
For screwing up your arm.
Well, for doing what I told her not to do 3 times.
Yeah.
And drawing a claw with a scratch mark on it. Because she snuck up on me and gave me they're very aggressive in Morocco. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna speak for all of Morocco, because in Fez and Chefchaouen, well, Fez was kind of like that, but Chefchaouen wasn't, and some of the other smaller places I weren't. But if you ever go to Marrakesh, be prepared, because it's probably the most aggressive salespeople I've seen in this entire world.
So how does that relate to your friend, wanting your friend to?
I would like to see how he would react in summer, because the Medina in Marrakesh would be like someone not knowing how to swim and just throwing him in the deep end. And that would be interesting to see how someone who's never experienced that kind of, not only never experienced that, but have experienced the complete opposite. And I would like to see how they react to it and how they respond. And
I remember when I had that guy from Taipei and I was walking around, I was sort of reliving my first experiences in Asia through his eyes, because he was so fascinated with everything, you know. So like, and then if you were to bring your friend here, it'd be even more, because you have a connection with him. And so I would love to be able, like a lot of my friends, you guys know who you are, you know, never ended up coming out to China when I lived in China, you know, and I had so much to be able to show them, and I was so settled in China that I had lost the romance, and I was excited about having the opportunity to share that with them. But some personalities in America, I mean, some people in America, how would different people react to that situation where somebody's painting a scorpion on your shoulder you don't even want to, you know what I mean?
Luckily, I went this way because I was trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
Some people would have went this way.
And then you would have had assault. You know, you might have had some, you'd have had
maybe she was hoping for that.
Yeah. Maybe create an opportunity like the guy that jumps in front of the car in China.
I'm telling you, they are very, very strategic. They're very strategic in what they're doing. They've been doing it for their entire life. When I say their entire life, I'm talking like 50, 60-year-olds. That's how they make their money. It's a business to them. So you have to, don't be cynical. I mean, I'm not telling people this so make sure you're cynical when you go just for protection.
Yeah.
No,
aware, just be aware.
They're nice people, but this is their business. This is how they make money, and that comes first. I'm not saying they're not genuinely friendly people. It's just business comes first, so they're gonna try to extort something from you. But not everyone.
This is an interesting tie-in to yesterday. Let's say that scorpion tattoo is being painted on the shoulder of a certain person that we met yesterday at the burger joint for the third time. How would you think she reacted?
If she was in the same attitude that she had yesterday, she would have went on a huge screaming diatribe with her and telling her,
"How dare you!"
Yeah, like, I told you 3 times not to do that.
But we have to provide context. Yesterday we were at a burger joint and the most amazing thing happened. It was crazy.
Let me tell a story.
Okay. You gotta see.
This is kind of like Matt was hearing this in the background because he was paying. We go to this burger place
In Da Nang.
in Nang to eat, and I didn't have any cash on me, so Matt was paying for both of us. I was standing. It was a small line, so to speak. Just he was paying at the register. I was right behind him. I had my order ready to go in my head. Matt was literally talking, placing his order with the person behind the cash register, and I'm just waiting for my turn. And then this girl walked behind me. Well, she was probably American, or Canadian, one of the two.
Yeah.
She says, while Matt is ordering, by the way.
But the lady had taken a call. I was ordering, and then the lady stopped our order because she had to take an order on the phone, which in itself was sort of like, just tell the person on the phone to hold and finish our order because we were ready to order. We were like waiting, and so the lady picks up the phone, she's taking an order, and then
Girl behind me goes, do you mind if I go in front of you? And my natural reaction was,
no.
Well, I said, why? She goes, my friend just ordered and I want our food to come out at the same time. Verbatim, that's what she said to me. I'm not making this up. I asked why, because if she would have said, you know, I have a flight to catch, or like I have to go to the bathroom really bad, or she gave me a good reason, I'd be like, of course. But she says to me, because my friend just ordered and I want our food to come out at the same time.
She walks up and she says, I know you're in the middle of ordering, but I want my.
She said that. I said, well, I'm with my friend and we're ordering. And I turned back around. I probably should have let it go right then. But I just played in my head, and I turned back around. And I said, that was the weirdest thing I've ever had anyone ask me. And then she gets an attitude. Oh, are you kidding me?
Was the weirdest?
That was the weirdest
thing.
And I'm like, and I laughed.
She was American.
She would not let it go. I just laughed it off when she said that, and I turned back around. And she goes, are you serious? That was the weirdest thing you've ever heard. And I looked back, I rolled my eyes at her, and I said, I was being a little bit facetious. It wasn't obviously not the weirdest. And
she goes, facetious.
So with a she goes, not just sarcastic, facetious. Oh, with a negative connotation. I'm like, I looked back around and I just smiled. I didn't say a single word, I just smiled. And I went like that, and then I went to the other side of Matt, and she kept on going. Yes. She's like, I can't believe that was the weirdest thing you've ever heard. That was the weirdest thing. Oh my, she would not let that go, because I said that was the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, but behind that, she was taking offense at the fact that her order was not more important than ours. In her mind, wait a second, I need food. I know you're ordering food, but I need food, and I need it now. And you're not letting me go in front of you to order your food. I don't care if you're ordering. I want my food now. And I don't think our story is even doing justice to how cockamamie her request. It's totally blown away.
That any human being would ask another human being. I'm glad that I'm American, because if I wasn't American, she would have given a bad name to Americans. Like I understand what people would say. Americans entitled.
Yeah.
She literally asked if she can order in front of me because her friend food. She wanted the food to come out when her friends does. When I was literally ordering with my friend.
Yeah.
So she was basically saying our friendship is more important than your guys' friendship.
Yeah. My food is more important than your food. Our friendship is more important. So like, I mean, there's so many weird personalities around the world. This girl's personality, I don't even understand how she could survive outside of
Canadian, so I'm not going to go all in America, but she's probably American.
Probably American. I feel like the longer that we've traveled, the more, like, I would have never confronted her. I would have just been like, whatever. But I'm glad that you did, because you drew attention to her own.
Yeah, I was just shocked, because when she said that, and I turned away, her and I both were gonna let it go. But then something just said, like, turn around, man.
Crazy thing anybody said that?
Back to this. I'm facing this way, and I'm thinking, probably about 5 seconds go by, and I'm like, that was the weirdest thing I've ever been asked.
Yeah.
And then that's when she went off on her diatribe.
Yeah. Anyways, crazy. All right, we're in Hoi An. Anything else you wanted to add to this conversation?
I could go. Once you get me talking about anything travel related, I can go on, because it brings up old memories.
All right.
So, it doesn't do any good, and this happened to me before, to say, oh, you've been traveling a lot. Oh, tell me some cool stories. Tell me some stories. That's not how I do it. You have to ask me specific stories, and then just sit back, take your hat off, and get ready for the ride. Because I will get on a long tangent. But I have I don't, like, if you don't know, again, this is not me bragging. One of my pet peeves is actually country counting. I don't like country counting because all country counting tells people is that you have a passport and you know how to book a flight.
And with that out of the way, how many countries?
Yeah. So I won't even say. I'll even say the country count last. But I have been over a 6-year period. If you add all the months together, they've been, you know, cut and pasted, so to speak. But if you add all the months together in a 6-year frame, which would be what's that, 72 months or whatever it be, I was not in America for probably 55 of those months. So of those months, I've been doing so many things in so many places. So when someone asks me, tell me a story, I have to go through my Rolodex of things. Now, if you ask me a specific question, and I mean, when I say specific, I mean detailed, not what's your favorite place?
Yeah. What was the top of Machu Picchu like?
Yes. Or what's your best adventure?
Yeah.
Or who had the hottest women? Or what was the hardest country to get into? Something specific. Once you get me rolling, then that's when you can take off your shoes, start the fire, and just get ready.
Open your ears.
Because it's the starting off point that I need. I need help with the starting off. FYI. I'm not gonna tell you the country either.
He's been to a lot of countries. Is it 65 countries?
It's over. It's over 60. That's all.
Over 60 countries. The moment you meet him, he's like 65 countries.
I have been, and all 7 continents.
All 7.
Yeah, I know that.